Hey, Grande Alive! This is your weekly Newsish Roundup brought to you by Grande Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Anything2Digital.com, and EONI. Looking Glass Books is moving to a new Nook. Specifically, down Adams Avenue, a couple blocks where the bookstore will now house the permanent home for the Grande Shakespeare Company, according to Grant Turner, the owner and operator of the store. Several weeks ago, Grant was approached by his landlady of his current building who said they were going to sell the building he was in. And so he didn't waste time, he said. He found a new location several blocks down from the old one and, well, he hop-skipped quickly into the new space and is currently in the process of redesigning it for his vision, a half bookstore, half black box theater venue, which will be the new stomping grounds of his Shakespearean productions.
I couldn't be more excited because this space is not only set up ideally for a used bookstore, which is what we primarily are, but it is going to have the coolest little theater that any small town in Oregon has ever seen. And that includes Portland, where I used to be from and where I used to run a small theater. So.
The new location is, well, smaller than the old one. But Grant says he likes small, intimate theater spaces. He thinks it makes the plays more of a shared experience, heightens the intimacy, and forces the audience to be active participants in the Shakespeare plays.
I love theater where audiences and actors share the space together, where an actor can turn and look an audience member in the eye, as opposed to sort of generically speaking out to a sea of people that you can't really see behind the stage lights. I ran a theater about this size when we were in Portland. And the first show we did there was Romeo and Juliet, and I was playing Romeo. And Romeo has that line where it says, "But soft, what light through yonder window breaks." And I remember the first night I did it, I was able to walk out, and the audience was literally all around me. And I could turn to an individual that was inches away from me, and I could just tell them very clearly, what light from yonder window breaks. And it was a shared experience between that audience member and I. And I'd never really experienced anything quite like that as an actor before. And it was really exciting. And I thought, well, I would like to sort of pursue more of this.
The grand opening of the new store is going to be June 1st, Grant said, followed by the opening of the first Shakespeare play in the new space, Henry V, on the following day, June the 2nd. Keep an eye out for the trailer for the new play only on thegrandealive.tv. This title story was brought to you by Writers can't all be professionals. Most writers, unfortunately, have to spend 8 hours of their precious writing time a day going to jobs outside their writing passion in order to, well, eat, squeezing their obsessive scribbling between the hours of 5 p.m. and 1 a.m., or 1 a.m. and 5 a.m., depending on your inclination, assisted by egregious amounts of caffeinated beverages. Armondo Borboa is one of these writers. Armondo was my guest this week on Coffee with Will. He's a member of the U.S. Armed Forces, a staff sergeant to be exact, and a writer. And these two aspects of his life, he said, sometimes cross over.
I was published while I was in the military, and a lot of my stories started becoming about my adventures in the military.
Absolutely.
And of course, I hammed it up. All my stories needed to be taken with a grain of salt.
Absolutely.
Of course, it's like a fisherman. The story.
The fish keeps getting bigger.
It keeps getting bigger. So I've got a few stories out there that how I personally saved Western civilization. So
of course.
Just so you know.
We have a big personality here in the studio. He has personally saved Western civilization.
Of course.
At least in his stories. Armondo said that he uses writing to connect with the places he travels, his experiences, and his creative side. And one of those places he's traveling is Pendleton, Oregon, for the Doolittle Raiders Gala coming up this weekend, Saturday, April 29th, from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., which he's coordinating. So, here's a little history lesson. On April 18th, 1942, 16 B-25 bombers took off from the platform of U.S. Navy aircraft carriers 650 nautical miles from the coast on a mission to bomb Japanese cities. Each of the crews knew that, bottom line, the damage they caused would be like a paper cut on a grizzly bear. Not much, but that wasn't the point. The real point was to show Japan that America wasn't down and out, and that we still had the power to resist, even after Pearl Harbor. What they really wanted to do was give a morale boost to thousands of Americans discouraged by these recent attacks on Pearl Harbor, and their mission was successful. And the bravery of these airmen who agreed to pilot these planes has become a symbol for the spirit of the United States resistance to foreign invaders ever since. And this weekend, the last surviving pilot of these missions will travel to Pendleton, Oregon to speak and participate in a celebratory event for the raid.
So this is a family-friendly event. So, and it's an all-day event, open to the public. So you can come in, bring the kids. We're going to have some classic cars. We're going to have some static displays, living history. We have so many people from the community that are involved in this. The Pendleton Underground is going to be there. A lot of local manufacturers are supporting it with products. So we're going to have vendors, food, you know, we're going to do some camouflage face painting for the kids. We're going to do a wreath laying in commemoration of the men who lost their lives and celebrating, you know, their heritage. So we're going to do that. And then in the evening, we're going to have the gala itself.
Overall, the conversation with Armondo was full of fun and nerdiness you wouldn't expect from an interview with a die-hard serviceman. The rest of this interview can be viewed on the GrandeLive.tv or on our Facebook page. And be sure to check out the Doolittle Raiders Gala in Pendleton, Oregon this Saturday starting at 9 a.m. at the Pendleton Army Airfield. And what else is going on this weekend? Well, I'm here to tell you along with my partner in crime, Emily Adair from Go Magazine with this week's Get Out and Go.
Hi, I'm Emily Adair from Go Magazine.
And I'm Will Bowman from the Grande Live, and this is Get Out and Go.
There are a lot of great events coming up in La Grande, starting with a Rubik's Cube competition organized by a local boy. Ellery Johnson is a 12-year-old cuber, and he's holding this friendly tournament to meet other cubers in the area.
Eastern Oregon University's Nightingale Gallery is preparing for the final senior capstone exhibit. The show, A Body of Work, features the art of La Grande's own Sarah Anderson and Jasmine Brookshire. Crystal Rainwater's works will also be on display.
The Doolittle Raiders' 75th anniversary is coming up, and even though the gala celebration is held in Pendleton, La Grande will be represented. Leonard Morse and Lynette Williamson, both La Grande residents, will be participating in the event, which recognizes a 1942 attack on Tokyo.
In Wallowa County, the Lower Valley Farmers Market is now open for the season. Also, early bird tickets are currently on sale for a brand new music festival called the Backcountry Bash.
In Baker City, the Community Choir's spring concerts will feature voices of all ages, and the Elkhorn Swingers will hold a square dance.
Go Magazine also includes a book review of the 1978 novel Beauty and details about EOU's literary magazine.
And finally, the remaining contestants in the race for our Maroon 5 tickets have created videos explaining why they're the band's biggest fan. You can help decide who walks away with the VIP pass by voting for your favorite entry. Just keep an eye on our Facebook page.
For more information, be sure to pick up a copy of this week's Go Magazine, which is inserted in the Observer and the Baker City Herald.
We're also online at GoNortheastOregon.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For more local content, check out LaGrandeLive.tv. Thanks for tuning in to Get Out and Go. One more quick event. This Sunday, April 30th, 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., there will be a workshop for Milonga Tango at the Arts Center East in La Grande. Milonga is a dance form from the southern cone countries of Uruguay and Argentina. Exotic, I know, but still, no experience is necessary, and it's $15 a person or $25 for a couple. Visit the Art Center East website for more information. The La Grande Tigers softball team went 2-for-2 this weekend against Ontario, winning 4-1 and 6-1 back-to-back at home. Union Cove also had a double win, beating Pilot Rock Nikyawi 4-1 and 8-5 also here in the Valley. Elgin, on the other hand, was the black sheep of the weekend, losing both their games at Burns by rather different margins, 5-23 and 10-12. Next softball games are scheduled for the 28th when La Grande plays Baker Powder Valley at home, Elgin plays Grant Union Dayville Prairie City away, and Union Cove plays Hefner Ione right here in the Valley. In the boys' baseball world, La Grande had a little less success than in softball. They lost 1-1 versus Ontario playing at home. The first game, a 6-5 win, followed by Ontario's comeback at a similarly slim margin of 4-5. Two very close games. Union Cove, instead of winning 2, lost 2 against Darfur South Wasco, 1-12 and 5-11, ouch, and put them down and out for the weekend. Continuing the Valley's bleak baseball end of the week, Elgin also lost 2 to Pilot Rock Nikyawi, 0-7 and 2-9, making this weekend pretty much a big fat strikeout for the Valley's baseball teams. Next games are this weekend. Grande plays Baker Powder Valley on the 29th. Union Cove plays Grant Union Prairie City on the 28th. And Elgin plays Hepner Ione the same day. And speaking of sports, here's your Around the Mountain in 90 seconds with Evan and Chris for our special 21st anniversary episode.
I'm Evan House.
I'm Chris Duarte.
Hey Chris, what's 9 plus 10?
21.
That's right, this is the 21st episode of Around the Mountain in about 90 seconds.
EU softball faced a tough challenge this past weekend, taking on number 15 Corbin. Despite dropping the series, the team sent the 10 seniors out with the final home victory Saturday afternoon. Tied 5-5 going into the bottom half of the fifth, coming with the heat. Cheyenne Parker launched her 12th home run of the year for the go-ahead run. EU added one more insurance run in the sixth as Lexi Spence tossed a complete game in a 7-5 win. The team faces another tough task on the road this Friday against number 18 Southern Oregon. First pitch is slated for 2 p.m.
This weekend, the EU track and field team earned 16 top 3 places in the Cougar Open. First place finishes include Katie Emerson in the 400 hurdles, the 4x100 team of White, Jolly, Reddington, and Current, Jabari Cumberbatch in the 100 and 200, the 4x400 team of Lewis Allen Morrill III, Zimmerly, and Shaw. Lucas Hidalgo won in the pole vault. Finally, Pancho Saldana won in the javelin as the senior once again broke his own EU record, clearing 63.26 meters. Finally, congrats to Paige Dodd, who took first place in the heptathlon at the Conference Multi-Event Championships, earning 4,443 points, the 7th highest total in the NI of the season.
That's a wrap here for EU Athletics. Stay tuned next week as we take you around the mountain in about 90 seconds.
For more information, visit us at www.eusports.com.
For all your most recent Grande Live content, be sure to tune in to Grande Live Live every weeknight at 6 p.m. on our website and Facebook page. And that's your weekly Newsish Roundup. This roundup was brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Grand Ron Hospital, Anything to Digital, and EONI. Please like and share this video and tune in to LagrandeLive.tv for more local content.